This is Dr. Stephen Cole, and this is my incident and autopsy report. The date is the 8th of February, 1980. Subject's name is Christopher Basu. The subject is male and 23 years of age. The cause of death was an attack from escaped specimens DILO-30-1 and DILO-30-2. The body was recovered from a cave in the woods between the town of Bonebridge and this facility. Recovery teams have been trying to recapture the escaped animals with little success, but we knew this attack occurred from the TIG chip in the victim's Optodyne handheld recorder, which we were able to trace. The scene was mostly barren, with only the recorder and blood being present. The animals dragged the body to their new established territory near the cave, where the remains of other victims were found. I will now begin the autopsy report. The cause of death was a major breakage to the neck, with no other major pre-mortem injuries recorded, other than deep bite marks running from the collarbone to the breastbone. The punctures on the front of the body were deeper than those of the back, indicating the animal bit down on the victim's shoulder from the back. The tapering of the bite marks indicate that the body was bitten and then dragged. We know that the victim died quickly from the audio recording recovered from the handheld recorder, but this is an exception, as all of the victims died more slowly. The quick death tells us that the neck breakage was more likely the killing blow rather than the bite to the shoulder. All other bites recorded appear to be from feeding. It doesn't seem like the animals were finished feeding by the time the body was recovered. This is due to the patterns of breakage around the limbs. What we expect to see with large predator kills is total removal of the limbs, as the animals will eat the muscle and break down the bone to get at the marrow. However, the breakages seen here are partial, like the animals hadn't fully finished consumption. We know that the animals started to feed almost immediately, and the patterns of breakage on the rib cage indicate the animals bit down and ripped upwards to break off the sternum. However, some bending inward of other ribs indicate the animals dipped their heads into the body cavity to consume the organs inside. No organs were present inside the body cavity, and it is assumed that the animals ate everything and then moved towards other areas such as the limbs and the head. The head was removed from the body, and the mandible was not found, but it was assumed it was purposely ripped off by the animals to get at things like the tongue. On the upper half of the skull, the eyes, ears, and nose were all consumed, but the rest of the skull remains mostly intact. This concludes my incident and autopsy report on the victim, Christopher Basu.